Welcome to another Troubadour Reaction. My name is Kirk Barbera, and I am musically challenged, at least according to my band instructor from high school. And so on this reaction playlist, I'm trying to listen to different songs recommended by you, and you could do so by going to my Patreon and just becoming a curator for the reaction videos, and I will do more of these. And what I try to do is I try to do songs that I've never heard before, although I often have heard of the artist, of course, or heard other songs from the artist. But I also try to, at the end of it, because I have a literary background, I was a writer, I have a magazine called Troubadour Magazine, I have a literary podcast, I do all things like that. And, I do poetry and things like that. So I try to do a reading of the lyrics afterward. And this is on the fly. So I do on the fly analysis or discussion of it. So I don't do a full-on analysis, but I try to understand the lyrics. So Bob Dylan has been recommended many times because he is considered a great lyricist. And so I'm going to see what I think about that. All right. So we're going to just jump right into it. And this is so I listened to like one or two chords because I was trying to figure out what kind of video this is. This video it says the official lyric video, and it has lyrics. Kind of hard to read the lyrics though. So I'm going to struggle with this one, I think, but I'm going to do my best. And see what we can do. Okay, here we go. Simple Twist of Fate. 4th Street Affair.
They sat together in the park as the evening sky grew dark. She looked at him and he felt a spark tingle to his bones. 'Twas then he felt alone.
Ooh.
And wished that he'd gone straight and watched out for a simple twist of fate.
Wish that he'd gone straight. Okay, what's going? That's interesting.
They walked along by the old canal, a little confused, I remember well. Then stopped into a strange hotel with a neon burning bright.
What is going on?
He felt the heat of the night hit him like a freight train moving with a simple twist of fate.
This would be fun to reread afterwards, because I can tell this is going somewhere for sure. I don't know why I know this isn't true, but I feel like I could learn guitar based on this and do this type of stuff. It always makes me want to learn harmonica. I need to make the harmonica cool again, baby. Come on.
A saxophone someplace far off played as she was walking on by the arcade, as the light beat through a busted shade where he was waking up. She dropped a coin into the cup of a blind man at the gate and forgot about a simple twist of fate.
Forgot.
He woke up, the room was bare. He didn't see her anywhere.
Okay, so she left him.
He told himself he didn't care, pushed the window open wide, felt an emptiness inside to which he just could not relate, brought on by a simple twist of fate.
I do like the simplicity of Bob Dylan in the terms of the music, where the lyrics isn't overshadowed by the music, and the music isn't overshadowed by the lyrics. A lot of songs, it's only about the music, which is great, and the lyrics are just kind of an accompaniment, like another instrument. But here it seems like there is a kind of combination, which adds its own kind of unique art. I'm not denigrating either one, by the way, but as someone who loves good lyrics or good
He
poetry,
hears the ticking of the clocks and walks alone with a parrot that talks, and hunts her down by the waterfront docks where the sailors all come in. Maybe she'll spot him once again. How long must he wait one more time for a simple twist of fate. People tell me it's a sin to know and feel too much within. I still believe she was my twin, but I lost the ring. She was born in spring, and I was born too late. Blame it on a simple twist of fate.
Sorry, I can't sing. I shouldn't do that. I'm terrible. I can't hold a pitch with a damn thing. It's interesting. It went on the right side and left side. Bob Dylan, you crazy son of a gun! It's supposed to go from left to right. This has to be unique. Get out of here, dog. My dog wanted to join. You like that a lot, Shar? Is that it? Okay. So I'm going to remind you that I have never seen this before. I have not done any work to analyze this. I'm doing this on the fly. So I don't know if there's a lot of value in that, except, you know, I think I have done this a lot with poetry, with great poetry in the past, where I just kind of read and try to interpret as I go. I do think that's a good technique. I think we can get in our heads about how we should analyze. And I do think there's value to analyzing even modern songs. Like there's value to you, not just as a YouTube creator or someone trying to get views or something. My grapes are all messed up. But just you as a human trying to enjoy the music. If you look at the lyrics by themselves, especially with a lyricist like Bob Dylan, read through each stanza, understand a couple basic techniques of looking at who's the narrator, what's the perspective, what's going on. You don't need to know, you know, is it A, B, C, D, D, none of that stuff. You don't need to know feet and no. That's great to know, but it's not necessary to enjoying and adding to the understanding of the meaning behind the music and the sound. Okay, so let's get through this and see if I can make anything interesting. I mean, it's a pretty simple story. They sat together in the park as the evening sky grew dark. She looked at him and he felt a spark tingle to his bones. 'Twas then he felt alone. Now that's when I was like, whoa, what's going on here? So when they connect, she looked at him and he felt the spark. He tingled in his bone. Then he felt alone and wished that he'd gone straight and watched out for a simple twist of fate. So I don't know what that is all about. That's weird, right? You don't expect that. That's definitely playing on your expectations, which is, I think, the point. Because usually when you feel a spark, you don't feel alone. 'Twas then he felt alone. But I do have to say, in a certain sense, there is in a weird, you know, looking back in your memory moment when you have lost somebody, for instance, and you see like the beginning or the end happen in the beginning, right? Like you could kind of have an overview of this relationship. You look in your memory box and you look at the things that first off, you forget a lot of stuff, right? You don't remember day-to-day things. You don't remember minute by minute, second by second. They come to you in flashes. And you could see why it might have not worked out. And I'm just riffing here. And you could see that with something like, there was something at the beginning that made it where it ended in misery and aloneness, and it had to end the way that it did because of the way that it began, right? That's one concept here that I'm seeing, and I probably am off here. I don't think that's right, but you never know. Okay, so they walked alone by the old canal. So that's, I'm assuming, the canal in Italy, right? A little confused, I remember well, and stopped into a strange hotel. Or not, I don't know, maybe just any old canal. With a neon burning bright, he felt the heat of the night hit him like a freight train. Now, you don't usually associate heat with night, moving with a simple twist of fate. So as they're walking, so the relationship has continued. He's confused. They stop at a neon burning bright hotel. That's a odd choice. So what's he trying to say there? I don't know. A saxophone someplace far off played as she was walking on by the arcade. As the light bust through... Wait, am I reading this? A saxophone someplace far off played. Okay. as she was walking on by the arcade. So is she like on by herself? Again, this very feels memory-ic, memory-ish. Like it's just this foggy memory. I'm trying to think of a painter. There's a painter where it's like everything's kind of, there's a fogginess and it feels like a memory. The way that the painter does it. I'm trying to remember what the name of that painter is. Well, anyway, I think there's probably a lot that's happened where it has that. Okay, so as the light bust through a beat up shade where he was waking up, so she was walking away. Wait, what? A saxophone someplace far off played as she was walking on by the arcade as the light bust through a beat up shade where he was waking up. She dropped a coin into the cup, another blind man at the gate, and forgot about a simple twist of fate. Okay, I am lost. You guys are going to have to help me with this one, I think. I mean, I can look it up, but he woke up, the room was bare. So this verse, stanza, seems like there's something about their separation. So it's like he woke up, the room was bare, he didn't see her anywhere. He told himself he didn't care, pushed the window open wide, felt an emptiness inside to which he just could not relate, brought on by a simple twist of fate. So this is him being alone. This is like the moments or the days after, the feeling of the days after the breakup. So I got the sense that there was a structure around the beginning, middle, end, and aftermath of a breakup. That's my interpretation. It's a simple twist of fate. So like something, that brought them together, that made them end. He hears the ticking of the clocks and walks along with a parrot that talks, hunts her down by the waterfront docks where the sailors all come in. Maybe she'll pick him out again. How long must he wait? One more time. Wait a second. The park and the evening sky grew dark. She looked at him and he felt so too. They walked alone. Holy crap. Hold on a second. Hold on. Did they ever actually get together? Was this just like a one night stand? Okay, this might be just a one night stand. Because like it's a neon light. Okay. He woke up, the room was bare. He hears the ticking of the clocks. Sailors, because these imageries, like when the sailors come in, right? Like neon lights, where there's a temporariness to a neon light. I think like there's a gaudiness to a neon light. It's not where you take a lady, right? This is where you take a lady of the night, not where you take a woman, right? Where you take a nice, elegant lady. So is this a prostitute? The neon burning bright. So he felt a tingle to his bones. Did he like fall for a prostitute? Never fall in love with a prostitute. No, I'm just kidding. Fall in love with who you want. I know. People tell me it's a sin to know and feel too much within. I still believe she was my twin, but I lost the ring. She was born in spring, but I was born too late. Blame it on the... Okay. So I think I read this all wrong. I think this is a prostitute, or at least a one night stand at the best, right? But why is he picking her up so it can't be a prostitute, right? Do you pick up I don't know. Where do you get that? I'm not very experienced in that. Do you pick them up in parks? As the evening sky grew dark, she looked at him and he felt a spark. I'm not getting anything about him. No, it cannot be a prostitute. I mean, or a call girl, right? Because they go out. A saxophone someplace far off played as she was walking on by the arcade as the light busted where he was waking up. She dropped a coin in the cup. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like an action of a prostitute, like giving to a beggar, right? You don't think of that as, I mean, I guess Julia Roberts would have done that in Pretty Woman, right? the prostitute with a heart of gold, very common trope. Another blind man at the gate and forgot about a simple. So I'm a little bit lost here. Yeah, I mean, so this first stanza, so I'm just going to, this will be my final analysis. Thank you. If you've made it this long, good for you. Cause so there's something about there's a romance here. This first stanza is kind of romantic. There, he feels a tingling, but there's the aloneness. So I think there's something wrong with this person, the narrator. He's messed up or something. They walked alone by the old canal. So maybe he's remembering a time when he was with a woman. But the problem is and because I don't know, like they walked alone, but then I remember and stopped into a strange hotel with the neon, because that has to be a brothel, right? I mean, he felt the heat of the night. What is that? I mean, obviously that's a sexual reference, I would assume. Hit him like a freight train moving with a simple. So she's far off from where he is. So they walked alone. There's a lot of poetry that's a little confusing, but when you untangle it, there is a clear meaning. Here, I'm suspecting there's not a straightforward meaning here. A saxophone someplace far off played as she was walking on by the arcade. So they're separated, right? She's at the arcade far off. There's a saxophone where he's waking up from this brothel. That's what my interpretation. Done. I'm sorry. So she's doing some altruistic thing. She's a good person, helping out a blind man at the gate. But he's waking up with this bare room, doesn't see her, probably the prostitute anymore. He told himself he doesn't care. So it makes it sound so like there's a kind of weird commingling Dylan's trying to do here between a romance and a sexual, seedy, quote unquote, affair with a prostitute that you're paying or something like that. So while the girlfriend of the love that made him feel something at the beginning, a tingle in his bones, is doing something good, he is being sexually attracted to a prostitute. That's my interpretation. I'm not changing that one. I'm right. No, if you think I'm wrong, tell me. He woke up, the room was bare, pushed the window open wide, felt an emptiness inside. Yeah, he's empty because he's messing with the prostitute, to which he just could not relate, brought on by a simple twist of fate. That part I don't like. The twist of fate. It's not a twist of fate. You're banging a prostitute, bro. What are you talking about? A twist of fate. Like, I stumbled into this prostitute's bedroom and had sex with her, like, repeatedly. He hears the ticking of the clocks and walks along with a parrot that what the hell? This is bizarre. Hunts her down. So, okay, so I don't, the parrot that talks, repeating, like there's something about repeating back to you your thoughts. Hunts her down by the water where the sailors all come in. Maybe she'll pick him out again. So he can't find her is what I'm getting. Maybe because she found out that you're banging prostitutes, bro. Stop it. People tell me it's a sin. Okay, yeah, come on. It's a sin. What's a sin? Not sex, I don't think. Not love. Obviously, that's not a sin. Not marriage, not romance. Prostitution. To know and feel too much within. Okay, fine. That's what he said. I still believe she was my twin, but I lost the ring. She was born in spring, but I was born too late. Blame it on a simple twist of fate. Now that part, why was she born? They were born in different. So she's younger than him. She's, maybe he thinks he's unworthy. That's why he slept with the prostitute. Or maybe he's talking about the prostitute. I don't know. What do you think? Okay. Well, if you want me to do more of that, whatever that was, then support my Patreon. Check it out. Go to Patreon. I'll have a link down below, and you can tell me which songs to be reacting to and quote unquote reviewing. I don't like to call them reviews because I'm not qualified to review music. I'm qualified to review literature, sculpture, painting, but not music. Okay. See you next time.